beautiful souls. It's your girl Christina, just coming back in like I said I would for our next flow and to discuss a bit about our third day now within our chakra challenge. So hello to anyone that is coming in. Thank you for coming in. Let me turn the music down a little bit because I feel like I'm yelling at you. There we go. Yeah, that's better. But yes, so like I was saying, today has been the third day within our chakra challenge. Hi! And we are focusing today on our solar energy. Now, our solar chakra is going to be right above our belly button. It's going to be right in the center of our body. And now that is where all of our power is located. All of our desires, things that we that really drive us through the day, the things that really get us going, waking us up, our goals, and the things that motivate us. That is what is residing within our solar chakra. So we're ever feeling kind of powerless or drained, or just in the slopes, don't know how to get up and go on with our day. Or maybe we're just kind of like plateaued, like writer's block. You're going through something and not sure what it is. This is the chakra to activate so that it can help you get through those situations. So with that being said, a few things that you should know about the solar chakra is that the color that is related to it or affiliated with it is yellow. So as you see, I've got my yellow on, I've got my yellow lights, and some things that I've done throughout the day to activate my solar chakra has been within my meals and my essential oils. So a herb, however you want to say it, that is related to the solar chakra is going to be rosemary. Another is cinnamon and fennel. And if you've been following me and seeing my stories, you've seen that I have a tea, a detox tea by Arbonne, and I'll have information about them later. But the tea is very organic and vegan, and within the numerous of ingredients that are within it, fennel is one of them. So I know that a lot of you may say to yourself, like, I don't have these ingredients just laying around my house. Now, one thing that you may have around your house for sure, most people do, is cinnamon. When you're making your eggnogs and what have you, if you just had ground cinnamon, that's okay. Take that and maybe you stir it in a saucepan with some honey to dissolve the cinnamon, and then you put your hot water and then everything else to make your own brew of tea. There's many different ways that you can go about incorporating the herbs and foods that are related to your solar chakra. It doesn't have to be essential oils. It doesn't have to be, cinnamon sticks. You can do any amount of whatever you have in your house, whatever makes you feel like you're activating it, that is perfectly fine. So another, like I said, so you have rosemary, cinnamon, and fennel that are your main ingredients. Other things are ginger, turmeric, cumin. So those ingredients may trigger to you off in your mind, maybe like things like curry. I personally love curry, so that is what I had for lunch today. It's a very warming, fire-stroking food. It has a lot of fiery ingredients in it, a lot of spices, things that get your gut activated and going, and it's great for you. For the most part, the ingredients that are within any curries are usually vegetarian. One time they really become meat-related is when you add the meat to them. Right now, if you didn't know, Costco has a deal right now on curry sauces that are nice and big, so you can make like at least a big meal for your family or for yourself, and you save the rest for later. So just so you know. Moving on, another things that you should know about the solar chakra. If you have any questions, please do go ahead and type them to me. I am reading the screen, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. I do want to know how you all have been doing with the chakra challenge, if you have been really sitting down and trying some of these methods, whether it is you doing the flow or you sitting within a pose and breathing within that pose, you're meditating, any amount of anything that you're doing, I would love to know about and love to know how it's affecting you and whatever I can do to assist you more so that this makes your journey as pleasurable as possible. Because I would really love for you to get something out of this and for this process to strike something within you and for you to be as realigned as possible within your chakras. Oh, a question, yay! So I have a question. I have issues with meditation, especially with kids. Yes, that is a question I have been having a lot with children being a part of it all. So the best thing that I can say to do with that, and it also of course depends on your child and their situation and their age group and everything. I don't know you, kid, you do more than I do. But I feel like what's best these days sometimes is to give them an activity or to have them be involved with your meditation as well. Most people think, of course, that what you're doing is very private, and that's fine. Your meditation is a private practice, but it may help to explain to your child that this is what meditation is, and that they should join too, or that this is mommy's, private time, this is mommy's quiet time. And oh, okay. I love to bring my kids to yoga, just don't know. They'll distract others. 6 and 2, I want to teach them. Well, I would go ahead and start with, of course, just trying it at first. Of course, you're just maybe scared of taking your kids with you because they're highly active and everything. But when, if their behavior level is at a decent level, and they know how to act around others, I would bring them, and usually kids will just kind of fall into place when they see that everyone's doing it because they want to be part of this new, cool, and different thing too. Now, for some people, it doesn't strike an interest in them, they get frustrated, but when they do, you give them another option. If you don't want to move and flow with everybody else, you can just go into child's pose and lay down. I actually had a client bring their child with them to class, this class actually, the ESPEEM class, and the little girl actually did enjoy herself, but whenever she wasn't up for what we were doing or just kind of wanted to sit down and watch, then she would just go ahead and pick up her phone, her mother's phone. Her mother gave her a phone and everything, and it was on silent, and I guess she would just watch her video and sit there, or just like I said, just sit there and just watch us and enjoy the show. Because as long as something is happening around kids that's keeping them active, that usually helps their attention span. And if they aren't down for it, they're just not down for it. So any other questions, just let me know. But again, with the solar energy, like I was saying, vocal poses that you will want to focus on within solar energy is going to be poses that are bending inward towards your energy and opening it up because you want to activate that solar chakra. Also, just anything abdominal related. So crunching in, moving around, doing forward folds. You'll see within the flow that we're going to do shortly how you can try these poses and incorporate them within your own practice. But let's say you don't want to do an entire flow, you are feeling a bit powerless, but you do want to activate your chakra, just go ahead and just have a seat and go into a meditative state. And if you still want to move around, you can. You don't have to go into like a sleeping coma when you meditate. No one's telling you that you have to do any of that. You seriously can just breathe, move around in a circular motion, just kind of lose yourself in it, activate that chakra. Maybe you even like tap away at it, you know, to remind yourself that this is where we're focusing. Maybe you even take essential oils and things, rub it on your hands, rub it on your stomach area. You're moving around, you're breathing, and you're activating any amount of activation, of movement, of breath. It's going straight to that chakra, I promise you. So moving on from that, today's mantra is going to be, I chose this mantra because it does simplify in a way the solar chakra, and that is to be calm in the body and have fire in the soul. When we calm within the body and have fire within the soul, this is your Ashtanga movement. Your being calm within the body is the meditative part. Having fire in the soul is that because you're activating that. You're making that fire roar. You're having it move up and out. Another focal breath that can help with this chakra is dragon's breath, and that's by inhaling deeply in through the nose and then exhaling out through the mouth in a sporadic way. So I'll show you exactly what that's like. So really it just looks like this. No, actually, I'm sorry. It's not through your mouth, it's through your nose. You're inhaling and exhaling out, in and out through your nose. I just stopped my entire life right there, sorry. But this is how it goes. So as you see, as I'm doing that breath, my core is engaging and pulling in, and I can show you what that looks like even further, but when you're doing, I'm exhaling out through my nose and I'm inhaling through my nose. It's all in the nostrils, but the abdomen is activated and the solar chakra for sure is being activated as well. So if you want to practice that with me, we can. Again, just get yourself into a comfortable seated position. I do ask you to please give this a try. It is okay if you look a little crazy. No one is judging you. And if they do, laugh at them, because guess what? Their solar chakra isn't activated. And they're probably feeling a little powerless. Who knows? So anyway, have yourself come to a comfortable seated position. Have your hands come to your knees or to your heart center, it doesn't matter. You can either look at your reflection to make sure that your abdomen is being activated, or you can close within your eyes so that you can focus more on your breath and let the body do what it naturally does. So, if you're not activating your stomach, the motion would just look like, but even when you're doing that and not focusing on your stomach just, it will automatically start pulling in. And that is how you know that the body is connected to breath. And you see that on an everyday basis, of course, like when you inhale, this is moving, but then when you inhale and exhale in a different way, what is it that you're activating? Give it a whirl. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a breath real quick. Inhaling in, exhaling out through the nose, preparing your breath. And then when you're ready, sporadic breaths. One more. And on your next one, keep going. And then you're going to exhale it out nice and strong. And take a few moments to catch your breath. Inhaling in nice and slow. Exhaling out nice and slow. Catch your breath. Recenter. And breathe normally now. So, for new beginners, trying that breath, you may feel a bit lightheaded at first because your body's not used to it. So you can start out slow and then build your repetition up faster as you go. But you can start out slow and then build up so that you don't get lightheaded. No one needs you passing out of nowhere. And then you say, Tina told me to. No, I didn't. So, like I said, the biggest thing that our solar chakra is focused on is our power, but other adjectives behind it, meanings behind it, are going to be personal power, motivation, your self-esteem, your goals, your achievements. You know, this could be work-related, this could be life-related, family, personal. You know, there can be something going on within you that just makes you feel like you're just not there. You're just not quite there, and you're trying to reach for it. You're so damn close, but you just need an extra push. Personally, this is something that I've been currently going through with doing my yoga practice. And jumping full-time in. It's not an easy thing, but I do appreciate any and all people who are viewing in on this right now or later on, and are giving the techniques and thoughts that I have into play. And I'm going to go ahead and start the flow here shortly. I have music in the background that is focused on our solar chakra. It may have switched by now, so I'm going to change it here in a second, so there will be a quick pause, and then we shall begin. I have my mat back here. I will take my time, and I will be speaking aloud the step-by-step direction for our flow. And if at any point you feel lost or confused, or you're tired and just want to go ahead and just take a break, your energy's just like, this isn't it today, I just want to listen, that's perfectly fine. Just go ahead and come to a child's pose, having your toes together and knees wide. Just a simple toes together and your knees wide and your hips down, and then your hands extended out in front of you with your hips sinking down towards the ground with each breath. Okay, and if at any point this may be too much for your arms as well, you also have the option of having those knees together and then just having the hands reach back behind you and resting this way. At the end of all of this, we will have a shavasana, or at least I will put you in preparedness for your shavasana and leave you to lay and rest within your own space. So when I do go, do not get up from your rest. Stay within your rest. And please do message me any questions that you may have after the flow, and I would be more than happy to answer them for you. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sit bones are flat on the ground. You're going to come to a crisscross applesauce seated position or a half lotus position. the ceiling. Exhale. Slowly let the body melt towards the ground. Take a few breaths here. One more breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice and easy. I apologize if you saw me moving the camera around and everything, but my battery was dying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at these hands, and then nice and easy, walk those hands over to the right side of your body. Inhale, come up to the fingertips. Look out to the ceiling. Exhale, let it all melt down. Beautiful. When you're ready, take a look at those hands and then slowly walk them over to the other side. Come to the tips of those fingers. Inhale, look up. Exhale, slowly let the body melt down. Take a look at those hands. Slowly walk them back to center. You're gonna rock your body up to your hands and knees, or just meet me on your hands and knees into tabletop. So we're gonna rock up. 1, 2, 3. Rock it on up. Uncross those legs. Okay. When you get to your hands and knees, you're gonna make sure that the knees are in line with the hips and that the hands are in line with the shoulders. We're going to go ahead and take a cat-cow variation, making sure that you scoop the belly in, scoop, scoop, scoop. Really over-exaggerate, like you want your belly button to touch your spine. And then exhale, roll the shoulders back and away, lengthen to the crown and the base of the spine. Beautiful. Continue with that motion. Inhaling to scoop the belly. Exhale, push out. Keep it simple. Move as the waves of the ocean. Beautiful. We're activating that solar chakra. We're activating the abdomen, the belly. When you're ready, nice and easy, come to a tabletop, neutral spine. We're going to take right shoulder to right hip, crunch it to the right. Left shoulder to left hip, crunch it to the left. Continue with that motion. You can do as many or as least of these movements as you like. I'm just giving you the flow. Later, these flows will be posted on my YouTube channel, and you can come back to them at any point in time to redo as well if you like. When you're ready, you're going to extend these legs back and behind you, coming into a high plank. Our hips are going to lift up high, coming into a child's pose. I'm sorry, into a downward facing dog. When you're ready, take a few breaths here. You're going to pedal within the feet, driving those heels down into the ground. Make sure all 10 fingers, all 10 toes are activated. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice and easy, find stillness in your downward facing dog. We're going to take the right toes up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee. Beautiful. Feel the stretch down your head. When you're ready, nice and easy, you're going to bring the knee down, 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 down. Bring the knee towards the elbow and then back up. Knee to opposite elbow and up. And again, to the elbow and up. To the other elbow and up. Beautiful. This time, knee to nose. Crunch it in, hold. Then let that foot drop down towards the ground. Take that ankle, help it out. Have yourself meet into a high lunge. When you're ready, you're going to slowly have the hands come up tall, coming into a warrior one. If you need to, you can take that back leg and scoot it up a bit so that you feel balanced here. I'm just going to move this over here. Sorry about that. Got myself in a corner there for a second. I didn't make it any better. There we go. guys, technical issues. Okay, so like I was saying, from warrior one, we're gonna inhale, reach through those fingers. Then you're gonna exhale, twist and open up over the knee. Beautiful. Then inhale back to center. One more time. Exhale, reach, twist and open up over the knee. Inhale back to center. You're gonna pivot on that back foot so that it's parallel to your back. And then have arms come to a T, coming into warrior two. We're bent in that front knee, and our back leg is extended. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice and easy, you're going to inhale, reach through the top hand, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, reverse your warrior, reach back on. Keep that front knee bent. Come back to warrior two. And then nice and easy, you're going to take this front leg, extend the knee, have that hand slowly come down towards the leg. Top hand reaches towards the ceiling. Triangle pose. Slowly when you're ready, bend to the knee, come back into warrior two. We're going to find a flow here. Reversing your warrior. Warrior two. Triangle. Moving with your breath. You know the movement, you know the motion. Reverse your warrior. Warrior two. Extend the leg. Triangle. Do remember to bend the knee first when coming back into warrior two. Do this flow one more time. Moving with the breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice knees, we'll meet ourselves back to warrior two. Take the legs. You're going to point both toes in front of the body. We're going to have toes in, heels out. Have the hands reach back behind you, interlock the fingers. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, hand into the hips. And forward fold. And when you're ready, you're going to just relax here for a few breaths. Let gravity pull you down. Let gravity have your hips hinge, have your core activate. Breathe. Smile, baby. Know that it is not that bad. Know that you are powerful in every way possible, even in this pose. When you're ready, nice and easy, take the hands, release the hands that have come down to the ground. You're going to take a look at the hands for a moment. Have them come to the tips of the fingers, flat back. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. It's not about so much getting your head close to the ground, but to really activate these legs and to activate the hips and core. Beautiful. When you're ready, again, take a look at these hands. We're going to have left hand come to center. Right hand's going to reach up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. You're going to take an inhale, reach those fingers, exhale, have the hand come parallel to the body, and then have it come back up. 4 more. Coming down and up, relaxing in the wrists, relaxing in the fingertips. You're painting the room with the color yellow. You're painting it with your power and light. Gorgeous. On your last one, nice and easy, have that hand reach back behind you, reach, 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 reach. And then slowly, maybe, you bend within the elbow and reach for that opposite thigh or lower back. Wherever your hand is, take a look up at the ceiling and take a breath. When you're ready, slowly release the hand and let it come back down to the ground. Right hand to the ground, left hand up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach. Exhale, have that arm come parallel to the body. Engage within the core, crunch it in. Exhale. on the feet, pivoting on the feet, coming into a high lunge. Beautiful. When you're ready from here, nice and easy, engaging in the feet, feel strong, and slowly let the body rise back up into warrior one. Beautiful. Adjust back foot if you need to. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist and open up over the leg. And again, inhale to center. Exhale, twist and open over the leg. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, nice and easy. We're going to have a pivot on that back foot, coming into warrior two. Finding that flow again. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse forward. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extend the leg, triangle. You know the moves, you know the flow. Be sure to bend that knee, coming back into warrior two. Reversing, warrior two. Extending, triangle. Beautiful. Two more. Lose yourself within the flow. Lose yourself within the movement. When you're ready, nice and easy, find yourself back into a warrior two. Pivot on the feet, come back into warrior one. Have the hands come down, frame the foot. Beautiful. You can stay here. Actually, no. We're going to take this front foot, slide this foot back, coming back into a high plank. Have the hips come up high, down, facing dog. Take a breath. Beautiful. Pebble in the feet. Take a moment. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice and easy, take a look at the hands. Hop, step, or float your feet towards your hands. At the hands, slide the legs to the knees, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Breathe. Relax here, bending in those knees. Let gravity drape your body and pull you down. You can either have the hands on the ground or have the hands come to the elbows. And then when you're ready, maybe you sway the body left to right. Again, relax in that upper back. Relax in the lower back. Breathe. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice and easy, find stillness in your forward fold. Bend within those knees. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to take these hands and swoop them back and behind us. Grab that energy and swoop them up. Sit in your chair. Beautiful. Let's take two more swoops. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Let it go. Swoop it up. One more. Inhale, reach. Grab that power. Let it go. Let it go. Swoop it up. Beautiful. Holding here. Inhale, have the hands come to your heart center. Loud right. Have hands come to heart center. Right elbow to left knee. Twist and hold. Keep those hips synced. You can stay here, or maybe you have your wings spread. These are maybes. When you're ready, inhale, come back to center. Have it all come back to center. And push through those toes. Extend the legs. Stand up. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Let it go. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale. Let it go. Your next breath. Inhale it up. Let's come back to that chair. Have those hands come to heart center. Left elbow, right knee twist. Sit and hold here. Keep those knees to center. The hips even. Maybe you stay here. Or maybe, again, you let your wings fly. Okay? When you're here, maybe go ahead. Let's bring it close. Bring it all to center. And I'm proud of you. If you didn't and you took your time, beautiful, I'm proud of you. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to one more pose, just to finish out strong. And then I'll prepare you for Shavasana. We're gonna have the feet come close to the bottom. Beautiful, come up to the toes, have the hands come up under the knees. Sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna slowly have one leg come up. You can bring your baby butt parallel to the body. And then maybe you go tick, tick, boom, and then come down. Take your time lifting one leg up at a time. Make sure you're sitting up tall. Make sure you're even smiling. And that you know that you're beautiful. And that you know that you're sitting on your throne. And that you are the queen and king that you ought to be. And then when you're ready, you take your king, queen self and you challenge yourself and have both feet come up. Ooh, crazy. Maybe it's not crazy. Maybe you let the legs go. Oh, was anybody ready for it? I don't know. I was, because I told you to do it. Maybe extend the legs. When you're ready, bring it in. Cross the ankles, then let the legs down. Beautiful. Adjust in the hips. Take a breath, resettle. When you're ready, nice and easy, what we're going to do here, we're going to have both knees come back up. And show you we're going to take one leg, have one leg swoop, and sit under the other, having the heel close to the buttocks. Okay? Then take the front foot, bend in that one, so that knee is up high. We're sitting up tall. If it feels odd for you to have your hip up high, you can take a block and sit it here if you like. If you have your options, it's actually best if you sit comfortably on both sit bones on the ground. So we're going to inhale I switched up my sides. I don't know what side you're on. But we're going to take the front leg's arm and have that one go back and behind us. And then we're going to take the other arm, reach that up to the sky. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend in the elbow. Let it rest on the outside of that front knee. Beautiful. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, engage it in the core. And let yourself just bring out like a washcloth and twist that behind you. Beautiful. Breathe. And with each breath, let your body further and twist. Body relax. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice and easy, slowly unravel, unring yourself, unwiggle and waggle, bring it all to center, wiggle and waggle, wiggle and waggle. Let's go ahead and come to the other side. Both knees are up. This time, the other foot's gonna thread up under, and we're gonna keep that heel close to our butt. Have yourself comfortably on your sit bones. Again, same front leg's arm reaches back. Opposite arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, bend in the elbow. Let it rest to the outside of that knee. Beautiful. Slowly, when you're ready, take a breathe and engage in the core. Wring yourself out. Starting with the belly, then the chest, then the head. Let the head be the very last thing to turn around. Breathe. Sit gracefully on your throne. Beautiful. When you're ready, nice and easy, unring, unwaggle, unwrinkle, unwaggle, come back to center. Beautiful. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, hands down your center. Beautiful. Before I leave you for your Shavasana, I ask you to try to take the time to meditate with your mudra. The mudra today for Solar Chakra is having our hands at prayer, having them pointed away from us, and having the heels of our hands pressed to our navel area of our body. You're going to sit up straight and tall. And as you sit here within this position, you're going to be chanting the words Ram. Now, I understand and apologize for my first video for chakra root, and I said that the word was Ram for that mudra, but the word for the root chakra, I mixed them up, I apologize. The word for root is going to be Lam, and then the word for solar is going to be Ram. Lam with an L for root, Ram with an R for solar. So again, if you please would try to meditate with me for a few short repetitions of again the word Ram. We're going to inhale in first to prepare the breath. We'll inhale and then exhale, and then we'll inhale for our Om. So we'll inhale and then Om. Okay? So when you're ready, let's inhale for the breath. Inhale in. Exhaling out. Beautiful. And inhaling in. Let's exhale out for Om. Om. And parents will chant the words Ram. And when you're ready, inhale. Exhaling out. Ram. Ram, Ram, Ram. Hop in whenever you feel. Ram, 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 Ram. Take a breath. You can continue, or you can try to chant within a different way, maybe. Maybe you try to chant within a musical tone. Trying in a inhale for parents, and then we'll exhale with Ram. Ram. These are just methods. These are just ways to assist you with losing yourself on your journey, marinating yourself within your light. Another process you can try with just keeping the hands where they are and keeping your voice and your chanting to yourself. You can chant it all within and not without. That's perfectly fine. You can also try doing a counting method. Trying to inhale in for a breath of 4, and then exhaling out for a breath of 6, for a count of 6. Sorry, inhaling in for a count of 4, and exhaling out for a count of 6. You can keep your repetition by counting out loud, or by snapping or tapping, whatever helps you keep the rhythm and keep the count. So I'll give you an example. First turn the music down so it's not yelling over me. But I'll give you an example for the counting. You'll inhale in, and then when you're ready, you'll exhale out. And then you'll inhale in for a count of 4. So we'll inhale. Hold. And in. And out. So that's one way to do it. You can also reverse the numbers. Instead, I think it's more profitable to have the bigger number for the inhale and a lower number for the exhale. This way you're having control of your breath, because it's always easy to inhale in quickly and exhale out slow. But when you have control of that slowness for a long period of time, your lungs learn how to expand themselves. And when they have this expansion, they have this room, you'll notice that your breath pace will change when you have practiced meditation, when you have practiced your breath. And the less amount of breaths that we take within our day is actually more beneficial to our lifespan. If you think about it, dogs, they breathe, they inhale and exhale like 100 times within a span, like a minute. They bring up like 100 breaths a minute. I'm sorry, I'm like talking in circles. They breathe about 100 breaths per minute. And then as human beings, we range between like 50 and 60. And if you go down to animals such as like whales, they only breathe about like 2 or 4 breaths a minute. Very slow, very controlled. And of course it's because they're underwater, they're down there for a long time, that's their life. And they come up every now and then, so they need to be able to have control of their breath for the long journey. So think of yourself as maybe not a whale if you're not too prone of that animal, but maybe of any aquatic feature, or just as the ocean itself. Because as you notice, the waves themselves have only so many times that they come into shore and out to shore, into shore and out to shore. And that's, of course, based on the moon itself, and that's a whole other thing. So yeah, so you have your methods, you have all types. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lead you into a quick chant. We'll end with a mantra, and then if you so nicely would, I would ask that you please go ahead and lay yourself down and prepare for Shavasana. So let's go ahead and do that. Come to a comfortable seated position, crisscross applesauce, half lotus, full lotus, whichever feels good to you. If you've been sitting in crisscross applesauce in one way, go ahead and switch the legs around and sit the other way. This way your hip joints are flexed evenly. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and have these hands come to the knees. Let's inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale in. And on your next breath, we're going to sing Ram. Inhaling in. Exhale. Ram. 2 more. Ram. Beautiful. When you're ready, please take your time, keeping your eyes closed. Slowly move your body by having your knees come closed. Give those knees one last hug as you sit flat on the ground, and then either rock your body back or just slowly bring your body down all the way to the ground. Extend the legs out in front of you and having the body be adjusted so that it's flat to the ground and the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And preparing for Shavasana, we are quieting the mind, quieting the soul. We're also marinating within our light. power. We're letting the electricity that is us, the magic that is you, run through your veins and shoot through your fingertips and toes and out into the universe. As you lay within Shavasana, you're the closest you can ever be to Mother Nature at this moment. You and her are one at this moment. She rests with you as you rest with her. Take time to rest. Take time to allow yourself to be all that you can be. Know that you are the shit. Yes, that's right, I said it. You are the ish. You are the queen, you are the king. You are number one of them all. And when you feel amazing, everyone else feels how amazing you feel. And they feel amazing, and so on and so forth. Let that amazingness spread like wildfire, like a fire that is rumbling right now in your belly. Your solar energy. I thank you so much for joining me. I thank you so much for letting me guide your bodies. The light within me appreciates and honors the light within you and hopes that you continue to spread it on to all of the beautiful beings that you encounter. Namaste. Thank you so much. I love you all. I will go ahead and take this video and post it to the YouTube channel. And please, 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 any questions, please do let me know. Toodles, and have a great day. I will have, I will have the next challenge posted at the end of tonight so that you all are ready and able to prepare yourselves for tomorrow. Chakra, we're focusing on our heart chakra. So much love, so much love. And the color is green. So please find your green. Think of it almost like leprechaun, St. Patrick's Day. Let's say Leprechaun Day, St. Patrick's Day. And see what that color does for you. Yellow always makes me feel like, okay, awaken. And that's what it's supposed to do. And that is totally igniting my self-esteem for my solar chakra. So with green is to activate your love, any shade of green. I think the more earthy green tones are more activating in my own opinion, but it doesn't matter. Whatever calls to you is what's best. So I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4, and we will be having another meetup on Oahu. If you are here and have been doing this challenge, we will be meeting. I haven't exactly picked a location yet. So I will have the event posted on Facebook, so keep an eye out for that. You can always Google #Chakra Challenge, and anything and everything that's related to this will show up. I love you all. I'll see you then, okay? Aloha.